We had so much bullish news that came out of Bitcoin Nashville 2024. But one of the things that stuck with me the most was RFK's speech. Not only does he plan to introduce a Bitcoin strategic reserve once he becomes president, if he becomes president, who knows what's going to happen, but he also plans to change the way we pay our Bitcoin and crypto taxes, which would be absolutely amazing because, as most of you know, taxes are a scam and the Fed, but we still do have to pay those crypto taxes. But it would be nice to get a little bit more clarity as how to file them, plus what crypto is classified as what. And RFK said that all transactions between Bitcoin and US dollar would be unreportable. And he also wants the IRS to treat Bitcoin as eligible assets of property. I've got my personal CPA, Scott Martin, coming on to explain to you what these changes could mean if RFK does become president and if they are implemented. As always, his contact information is down below. He is a licensed CPA. He can give you tax advice, all of that jazz. I cannot.
All right, Scott Martin here. We're going to talk about a speech by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. In this speech, Kennedy took quite a few strong positions regarding crypto, including transferring $200,000 in Bitcoin to the U.S. Treasury to be held as a strategic asset, ordering the Treasury Department to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the reserve of 4 million Bitcoins is met. He wants to direct the IRS that all transactions between Bitcoin and the US dollar are unreportable, and for the IRS to treat Bitcoin as an eligible asset in terms of 1031 exchange into real property. Naturally, the procuring and movement of assets within the federal government involves more than just executive orders, and the economics behind those policies would involve quite a few government departments, so the chance of those events occurring as stated is quite low. There's issues such as destabilizing the United States dollar, but we won't get into that in this video. The more finite statements were regarding tax handling of Bitcoin and crypto in general. He wants to direct the IRS that all transactions between Bitcoin and the US dollar are unreportable and therefore untaxable. Naturally, this would be an amazing event for investors of Bitcoin, but there are many questions, including what about transfers from BTC to other tokens? Would it affect other symbols? Things like that. It's an interesting flag for him to plant. He also wants the IRS to treat Bitcoin as an eligible asset under the 1031 exchange rules into real property. This would have a big impact on how people invest. Essentially, this means that if you have a basis of $50,000 in Bitcoin and use it to pay for real estate totaling $100,000, you'd be transferring the $50,000 basis to the value of the real estate, thus deferring the gain. This would definitely be a huge gain for investors. Kennedy is not seen now as having a chance at winning the presidency, but these are interesting positions to take now that cryptocurrencies are starting to be considered more at the political level. We'll keep you posted.